Dear students, our keynote speaker of today, KK Mahajanji, shall be joining us within 2-3 minutes, and after that, we shall be starting today's session. I hope that you will be having a great experience regarding his session, because he is the person who trained the top level persons of our nation at Petroleum and Energy Ministry. I am again repeating, we just have to wait for 2-3 minutes, and after that we shall be starting this session. Thank you. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे साथ के महाजन जी ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं, एंड विद इन 2-3 मिनट्स वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट दिस सेशन.
अच्छा हाँ कर दिया। हेलो हेलो, अब नहीं आई आवाज ना? हाँ ऑडिबल है ना? अभी मेरे को स्क्रीन शेयर करनी है लैपटॉप से, मैं लैपटॉप से कर रहा हूँ, प्लीज।
Hello.
हाँ हाँ आवाज तो आ रही है।
Yes, yes, students. This is Deepak Juneja, Head Mechanical Engineering this side, and first of all, I am feeling very lucky that today I am attending this session of KK Mahajan ji. He is a great personality, and further I welcome you, KK Mahajan ji, and our Dean Dr. Raman Chadda ji, who is very dynamic person of engineering background. And further, shortly we shall be starting. We shall be having the chance to hear KK Mahajan ji, and I welcome you all students to this session as well. And further, I would like to request our Dean, Dr. Raman Chadda ji, to please just give a welcome address to our guest and to our students, and blessings to our students as well, so that we may start this session for you people.
Thank you, Deepak sir. Thanks a lot. I welcome you, all of you, all my students also, especially most dynamic and remarkable person, Shri KK Mahajan Sahab. I welcome you, sir, on the behalf of GEETA group of institutions. Shri KK Mahajan sir is a energy management and conversion professional at PCRA and industrial consultant at KSJ Technocrats. He is such a so dynamic and experienced industrial consultant with a demonstrated history of working in the renewable and environment industry, skilled in chartered engineer, renewable energy, solar energy, and energy audit also. Strong operational profession graduates from Punjab Engineering College. I welcome you, sir, once again. Really, such a wonderful. We are anxiously waiting such a day when we heard such a lot of things from your side. I welcome you, sir, once again. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Please start your session.
Thank you very much. So, gentlemen, dear students, respected Juneja ji, I am very happy to be associated with you through this webinar. And the subject of the webinar is energy conservation, energy power saving, efficient use of energy resources. And this webinar is sponsored by a Government of India department, whose name I think is written in your banner also. That is Petroleum Conservation Research Institute. This is a Government of India department under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So we are today talking about a very important subject, which is energy efficiency and energy conservation. So just a minute, I hold. You hold, please. I am just connecting my slide. It is my laptop is showing connecting. So Jameja ji, just wait. So I am thankful to the management of GEETA Institute group of institutes, as well as particularly the GEETA Engineering College, and especially your HOD Mechanical, Dr. Deepak Juneja ji, for giving me an opportunity to interact with the students and some teachers also, if they have joined to on this very important subject. It is my privilege to talk to you. Yes, I have got the screen. Now I'm share screen. Okay. दीपक जी वो अभी फिर बता रहा है होस्ट डिसेबल्ड पार्टिसिपेंट स्क्रीन शेयरिंग।
सर आपका ये जो जो अकाउंट है ये मोबाइल वाला, इसको हमने को होस्ट किया है।
मैं लैपटॉप से कर रहा हूँ।
ओके, आपका लैपटॉप पे जो नेम है सर जूम अकाउंट का, उसको बता दीजिए, मैं उसको भी को होस्ट कर देता हूँ सर यहाँ से।
हाँ, तो आप मेरे को ये देखिए कि मैं कैसे करना है। ये मैंने स्क्रीन शेयरिंग का किया तो होस्ट डिसेबल्ड पार्टिसिपेंट स्क्रीन शेयरिंग, मेरे को क्या बताना है?
अकाउंट का नाम बता दीजिए सर आप अपने।
अकाउंट का मेरा मतलब नाम जूम का
नहीं, जो आपके लैपटॉप के अंदर आप या तो सर अपने मोबाइल अपने लैपटॉप पर चैट में जाके हाय या हेलो लिखिए, हमें आपका लैपटॉप का अकाउंट मालूम पड़ जाएगा, हम उसे को होस्ट कर देंगे।
नहीं, स्क्रीन शेयरिंग तो लैपटॉप से होगी ना?
यस सर, आप अपने लैपटॉप से चैट के ऑप्शन में जाकर हाय लिखिए या हेलो लिखिए, तो हम
अच्छा,
इसको इनेबल कर देंगे।
ओके ओके, जस्ट ए मिनट। इसमें ये
रहा मेरा,
अ,
बस महाजन ऊपर आपने टाइप करना था, यस करो।
हाँ, लिखा मैंने।
सर अब आप स्क्रीन शेयर करके देखिए लैपटॉप से हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा अभी।
हाँ, आ गया।
आ गया ना सर?
हाँ हाँ,
ओके सर।
अभी मैंने क्लिक किया है, अभी थोड़ी देर लगेगी।
ओके, नो इशू सर,
हाँ,
प्लीज टेक योर
मैंने
टाइम।
शेयर कर, मैंने क्लिक तो कर दिया।
नो इशू सर। नो इशू सर।
Has it come? No, no. Now it will come. Has it come, sir?
नोट डन। आप अपने एंड से भी ट्राई कर लीजिए सर, एक रिक्वेस्ट है, आप मुझे अपना पीपीटी फॉरवर्ड कर दीजिए मेल पर या
नहीं, मेरे में शो कर रहा है, आपको चला गया।
सर अगर आपको शो कर रहा है तो आपके मोबाइल की स्क्रीन पर भी दिखाई देगा।
अच्छा, मोबाइल पे स्क्रीन नहीं, अच्छा मोबाइल की स्क्रीन पे तो नहीं शो कर रहा, पर लैपटॉप में ही शो कर रहा है।
सर लैपटॉप में शो, आप सर मुझे व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिए।
Zoom meeting, select a window and application that you want to share. अच्छा, इसमें ये बता रहा है, मैंने उसको क्लिक किया तो Zoom मीटिंग, select a window or an application
यस
that
सर,
you
वो इस विंडो के अंदर से आपकी जहां यहाँ 6-7 विंडो दिखाई दे रहे होंगे सर जो आपके लैपटॉप पे ओपन है, आप उस पे अपना पीपीटी वाले जो विंडो दिखाई दे रहा है उसको डबल क्लिक करिए तो वो दिखाई देने लगेगा सभी को।
अच्छा, उसको डबल क्लिक करें।
यस, जब आपके मोबाइल में दिखाई देगा तब हम सबको भी दिखाई देगा सर।
अच्छा, नॉर्मली मैं स्क्रीन शेयर तो ऐसे ही करता हूँ, पर ये आज
महाजन लेफ्ट, दोनों जगह पे है ना सर? महाजन सर,
हाँ जी,
आपका लैपटॉप से फिर आप लेफ्ट कर गए हैं मीटिंग को, आप मोबाइल से ही कनेक्टेड हैं सिर्फ।
कनेक्ट कर रहा है।
सर आप प्लीज अपना पीपीटी मेरे को व्हाट्सएप या मेल कर दीजिए, मैं ऑपरेट कर दूंगा सर। आप डोंट वरी, मैं हूं आपके लिए।
नहीं, वो कैसे मैं करूँ? पीपीटी तो मेरी उसमें से बननी पड़ेगी ना।
किस में? लैपटॉप में सेव है ना सर?
हाँ,
आप मेरा मेल आईडी आपके पास है सर, आप अपना ईमेल खोल करके मुझे मेल कर दीजिए।
एक ये सर बता रहा है ये स्क्रीन शेयर में एंटर शेयरिंग की और मीटिंग आईडी शेयर के लिए।
उस ट्रबल में मत जाइए सर, आप जस्ट मेरे को मेल कर दीजिए, मैं यहाँ से सारा मैनेज कर लूंगा सर, अदरवाइज आपको फिर आपको भी ट्रबल रहेगी बाद में भी।
अच्छा,
आप जस्ट मुझे मेल करिए सर।
ओके। हो रहा है, जा रहा है। 13 MB है ना।
सर इनकन्वीनियंट ट्रूथ वाला जो वीडियो था,
हाँ हाँ,
उसमें मल्टी ऑप्शन शो कर रहा है सर, क्या आपके पास उसका यूट्यूब लिंक भी है?
यूट्यूब से भी डाउनलोड करना था वो।
जी सर, उसमें ना काफी सारे ऑप्शन शो कर रहा है, वो उसका पब्लिशर कौन है या कुछ उसके बारे में थोड़ा डिटेल बता सकते हैं तो हो जाएगा सर वो।
Actually, there is ex-vice president of America, Al Gore. That is
ओके,
the
यस
video.
यस यस, मिल गया सर। उनका 3 मिनट 6 सेकंड का वीडियो है सर ये।
हाँ, तो मैं अभी ये आपको सेंड कर दिया।
ठीक है सर, इतने में मीनवाइल बच्चों के लिए ये वीडियो प्ले कर दूं सर, इतने वो इससे देख लेंगे, इतने में आपका पीपीटी कर देता हूँ।
मेरे ख्याल में आप पीपीटी को देखिए जरा, हो गया, देखिए।
ओके सर, मैं देख रहा हूँ। मेरे ना
आपने दिखाना शुरू कर दिया पीपीटी? ओके, शुरू कर दिया। फर्स्ट स्लाइड से।
सर, आई एम जस्ट रिफ्रेशिंग माय अकाउंट एंड वेटिंग फॉर योर मेल।
अच्छा, इन द मीन टाइम वो उसका ट्राई कर लूं जूम पे।
हाँ बिल्कुल, आप अपने एंड पे कर सकते हैं सर।
ये स्क्रीन के बाद में वो क्यों मैसेज दे रहा है कि आप अपना उसका मीटिंग का आईडी बताओ? मीटिंग आईडी है तो आपके पास रवि में एंटर शेयरिंग की और मीटिंग आईडी?
ये डोंट वरी सर, दोज आर टेक्निकल इश्यूज। आप इतने बच्चों से इंटरेक्ट करना शुरू करिए ना सर, इतने तक मेल आ जाता है तो।
ओके, तो माय वॉइस इज कमिंग?
यस सर, वेरी क्लियर। आपका मेल भी आ गया, इतने में आप
अब
इंटरेक्शन
कर
शुरू
लो,
करिए सर। राइट,
जब आपको
मैं
पीपीटी आईडी मेरे को बता देना।
यस आ गई सर, मैं प्ले कर दूंगा, आपको आपके मोबाइल पर दिखाई देगी। आप बच्चों से इंटरेक्शन शुरू करिए सर प्लीज।
Okay. Dear students, I am also an engineer. I am a mechanical engineer. I did my engineering from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. And later on, I worked in the industry. I worked with Tata Chemicals in Gujarat. That is the industrial house. There is a big industry having its own power plant, thermal power plant, and self-sufficient with the power respect in the respect of power also. They are manufacturing a lot of chemicals. But being a mechanical engineer, I was involved with the new projects and modification, simplification, and about procurement of new equipments and new systems in the that chemical complex of Tata Chemicals in Gujarat. Okay, so I will be sharing some of the things which I have learned through my technical experience, industrial experience with you, because you people may be mechanical, electrical, or civil. You are after passing out from the institute, you will go into the field in the respective areas. Somebody may be going to the industry, somebody may be going into the IT field, somebody may be in the service sector, somebody may be in the teaching line also. But there you will have to use your technical knowledge which you have acquired through your institute to implement those things. And these are the things which I think मेरी स्क्रीन आ गई? अच्छा, should I
Yes
start
sir, yes sir.
speaking? Okay, I
Your
will.
screen is there, your PPTs are there, you can see on mobile as well.
Okay, so should I start now speaking?
Yes sir, yes.
So you will be, I can move this PPT further now. So this is the logo of Petroleum Conservation and Research Association. Okay, next slide. Oh, sorry. Slide move कैसे करना है? Microphone.
Sir, I am doing.
Okay, to next slide. You are good? Okay. So next, 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 next. Okay, next. Okay. So this is my small brief about my, you can say, qualifications and what I am doing at present. Next. Okay. So PCRA, that Department of Government of India, came into being in 70s. In 70s, there was a lot of crisis of the crude oil. Crude oil is obtained from the ground below as well as from the below the sea also. In India, many places we are getting the crude oil, which is called in Hindi as kacha tel. And that is the raw material for all our diesel, petrol, furnace oil, LPG, and so many other byproducts from the refinery. This crude oil goes to the refinery. As in your Panipat also, you are having IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Refinery, which is processing that crude oil and producing diesel, petrol, naphtha, furnace oil, LPG also. So this is the next slide. Next slide. Next slide, please. Hello.
Yes, sir, doing. Wait. Just wait. Give me 1 minute.
Black rectangle. So these are the activities of PCRA. They are doing a lot of many activities, energy audits, training programs for the people in the industry, training and workshops for the people who are working in the transport sector, like repair shops of Haryana Roadways, Punjab Roadways, Delhi DTC, like that, to educate them on efficient maintaining as well as driving the vehicles in such a way so that there is a efficient use of fuel in the transport sector. Similarly, they are giving trainings to the ladies at homes, children in the schools for efficient use of power in houses as well as use of efficient use of LPG for cooking, etc., and for air conditioning system in the houses, etc. Similarly, they are doing a lot many activities for agriculture sector also for the farmers, because farmers are using energy in the form of diesel for operating their tractors and agriculture machinery as well as irrigation pumps. So there is a lot of scope. Why I am telling you about all these activities? Because all this crude oil, kacha tel, which is a raw material for diesel, petrol, LPG, I told you that we are 70% that crude oil, our requirement is met by imports from foreign countries like Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, etc. Our own is only 30%. So any saving in terms of diesel, petrol, LPG, furnace oil, or all these products which are the byproducts from the refinery, if we can have their efficient use and conservation, less use, finally it will reflect on our import bill of crude oil. That is the economy of the country is dependent upon that. Above, over and above, wherever these things are used and there is a saving, there is a conservation and efficient use, that particular entity, maybe industry, maybe house, maybe agriculture farm, or any other area, maybe a building also, office also, complex also. So there will be a less power bill of the next slide set. So these are the energy conservation PCRA activities are there. Then this is a small about the power sector scenario in the country. India is the third largest producer and also the consumer of electricity in the world. And as on 31st March 2019, our power generation capacity of the country was 356 gigawatt, and renewable energy potential in the country is 900 gigawatt. Importance of renewable energy, I will tell you later on. Out of this 900 gigawatt of renewable energy potential, which we can have if we want, if we try. Out of that, 750 gigawatt is a solar energy, 102 gigawatt is a wind energy, 20 gigawatt is the hydropower, and 25 gigawatt is the bioenergy. So our target, Government of India target is 175 gigawatt of renewable energy to be produced by 2022 and 500 gigawatt by 2030. So this and our next move is to go for maximum the e-mobility, electric vehicle mobility, personal as well as transport in the transport like buses and trains also. Trains are mostly now in India, electrical engines are there, but still there are some scope to complete it 100%. Next slide. Next slide, please. So these are the energy resources. Uh, uh, it is audible, na, sir?
Yes, sir.
My voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With your guidance only, I am changing the slides.
Natural energy resources which can be called as primary natural gas, LPG, PNG, and CNG. NG means natural gas. They natural gas, PNG, and CNG they're the same thing. Only it is a difference in the form. PNG means pressurized natural gas. CNG means compressed natural gas, which we are having in our vehicles from the CNG stations also. LPG, I think you know, it is liquefied petroleum gas. The major source of our energy is the coal, which we are getting from the coal mines. Thermal power plants are based on that. Steel plants are using coal, and many industries are also using coal in their furnaces and ovens, and some heat treatment and melting of steel, etc., for casting industry also. Petrol, as you know, petrol is used for personal transport, and in industry also, some people are industry using petrol in their small ovens and furnaces also. Similarly, diesel is a majority diesel is used in the transport, and railways also they are using, and industry people are also using diesel. Electrical power, again, another source of energy, hydropower, the power we are generating from the hydro dams, etc. Then there is a nuclear energy. There are some nuclear plants in our next, please. Then next, yes, a renewable source of energy. Why they are called renewable source of energy? Because these sources of energy are renewable in nature. There is no any shortage of that energy. Whatever energy we consume, it is rebuilt. It comes back into the same level, like solar energy. A lot of solar energy is available. It is available free of cost. But only thing is cost is involved is in procuring that, arranging that energy to be harnessed for our use. Then wind energy, windmills are there, many you might have seen. Then biomass energy, we can produce power also from the biomass, from the waste also. There are plants in India, at many places in Delhi also there. Then oceanic energy, there are some system going on. I will show in the later on slides. People are using the energy of the this sea waves and oceans energy. They are also using that energy, which is also available. Then another source of energy, indirect source of energy, which industry people are producing for their own consumption. Like industry people, they are producing electrical power. You know, you have might have seen these sugar mills. They are producing electrical power for their captive use from the bagasse, that is from the sugar cane, what is left over, that is called bagasse. They are burning that bagasse in their boiler, high pressure steam boiler, and from that high pressure steam, they are producing electrical power from the steam turbine for their internal consumption. So electrical power is there. Similarly, rice mill, they are also consuming that rice husk, जो rice का छिलका होता है उसको they are burning that in their steam boiler and producing a high pressure steam. That steam, high pressure steam running the steam turbine and producing electric power. Similarly, some industry people are requirement of steam for use in their eating processes. even in food industries like milk plant, they are using a lot of steam requirement is there for milk pasteurization. They are using steam also. Then there is a compressed air. There are lot many instrument engineers. They know there are lot many pneumatic instruments and tools which are run by the compressed air, and there are air compressors run by the electrical motor producing the compressed air, and that compressed air further works to operate those pneumatic instruments as well as, and there are some pneumatic tools also, like there are electrical drills also, there are pneumatic drills also, like that. There are pneumatic presses also. There are mechanical presses, hydraulic presses, and pneumatic presses. Presses are there which can be operated by compressed air also. So that compressed air is an indirect source of energy being generated in the industry from the air compressor. Next slide, please. I'm giving you the trouble. I'm very sorry that you have to do something for me.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Okay. So this is the slide. So what is energy conservation involves? What are the steps? Energy efficient living. That means your lifestyle. You can have a lifestyle which consumes more power. You can have a lifestyle which consumes less. The dependence is less on the energy. I will tell you later on in the slides how much energy we are using per capita, per person, and how much an American is using. So there is a difference because their lifestyle is so highly dependent on energy source. Energy efficient, next is energy efficient cooking, energy efficient driving, how you can save fuel in the driving also. Then energy efficient services, like the people are providing services like IT people, they are providing services who can have, they have at their places energy efficient lighting, air conditioning, so that their overall cost of service they are providing, that cost can come down. That is can be a competitive price with respect to other service provider. And then sustainable manufacturing and infrastructure build-up. Energy efficient, sustainable use of natural resources. That is a major is the sustainable use of energy is the main thing nowadays. You have to have your processes, manufacturing, living, and your everything based on that thinking. You have to leave something for your children, for your future generation. They should not feel that we don't have anything to use in the form of energy. So that is the main thing. Next slide, please. So what are the conservation measures? Examples are using public transport, having carpooling, four persons coming in a car, and not having their separate cars for going to the college, for going to the institute, going to the industry. So that can save people, and that can create less pollution also in the environment, because number of vehicles on the road will be less. In Karnataka, in the city of Bangalore, there is a arrangement by the traffic police. They have some website and app where they have the list of the people who want somebody to come along with them in their vehicle and after paying something. Similarly, they have the list of the people who want somebody to carried by them for going to the offices. So they make the people contact each other so that they can have the arrangement for pooling also. That type of arrangement can be thought over in other cities also. Similarly, avoid use of personal vehicle, but use the public transport and using cycles instead of some vehicle. In Japan, mostly the people they are going to the offices on cycles. They are maintaining their health also along with saving of fuel. Similarly, having a maximum use of daylight during the daytime, not switching on the artificial lights, and that also can save power. Then minimal use of air conditioning and room heating during the summer, air conditioning and heating during the winter. Next slide, please. Then examples of energy efficiency. I think you engineers know you at the time of your design, at the time of selection of an equipment, at the time of thinking about a manufacturing process, your main thing should also include the energy efficiency. You have to have the energy efficiency at every step. You have to arrange your design, selection of materials, selection of process, so that there is having somewhere or the other energy efficient and conservation point is there. If you select a material which has been produced in industries who are consuming a lot of power, if you use that material, then the consumption of energy will be more overall. But if you select a material which has been produced in industries with the minimum possible use of energy, that can also be there. So at the time of design and selection of equipment, you have to go for energy efficient. Second point B, using CFLs and LED lights in place of old type of tube lights and incandescent bulbs. Installing heat recovery system, you being a mechanical engineer or electrical engineer, you might have heard heat recovery system in the furnaces, in the boilers also. There is a economizer for preheating the boiler feed water. Then there are air preheater for preheating the combustion air going to the combustion of the coal or whatever fuel they are using in the boiler. So that type of heat recovery is possible if you have installed some heat recovery system. And they should work also. Improving the fuel efficiency of a furnace by the proper combustion of the fuel also, that is also there. Normally you might have seen in the exhaust chimney of a boiler, of a furnace, of an industry, if there is a black smoke, it indicates black smoke is not desirable because it is a energy deficient thing. And uh, just a minute. Okay, so that is the example of energy efficient. Then, hello, my sound is coming now?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, next. So then there are star rating appliances. If you go to the market and go for some air conditioner or geyser or even electrical motors are now star rated, then there are ceiling fans. There is a department called Bureau of Energy Efficiency, BEE, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Just for your information, you want to have some more information, you can go to its website also, BEE, BE dot something like org or something. You can go for that and you will find a lot of information about that also. So there are some appliances in the market available which are having some sticker with the stars, red color stars are there. 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. Number of stars are more, that means it is that appliance is more energy efficient. For the same duty, 4-star rated refrigerator will consume less power than the 3-star rate. 3-star will be consuming less power as compared to 2-star. So that type of things are also very important nowadays to save power. Go for higher star rated, pay a little bit more, but that higher payment can be recovered within a few months. And later on, your power saving will continue. Next, sir. Next. Next, sir. Yes. Why energy conservation? Why it should be there? Because our fuel, that is crude oil, it is not going to last forever. You might have seen an ad in the TV, a father and son going in the car, and suddenly the car stops at the red signal, and the son tells to the father that I am going to go for a cycle business, maybe cycle repair or new cycle spare parts keeping. I will open a shop. The father is surprised why you are thinking on that terms. Okay, I will go for a cycle shop. Then the child son tells to the father, because this petrol and diesel which is used in the cars or bikes or scooters, even in the buses, etc., that is based on crude oil, and that crude oil is not going to last forever. I have heard people are talking about that, and it is going to be very minimum available even against payment also. So, and our country is also importing it lot of, and it is affecting our economy also. So people will have to come to cycles. They will not be able to afford that high cost petrol and diesel, and people are wasting also. The father says, how? Then the child tells to the father, just see at this red light, lot many cars are standing. Still, there are 4 or 5 minutes from red to green, and everybody is having their engines on. They are wasting. So that message was to convey to the people, if at a red light the time gap between the from the red to green is about 3 4 minutes. It is more than 2 minutes. It is better to stop the engine and restart after there is a green. There is a green signal is there. So that even PCRA had done a study about a few years ago, that in Delhi city there are so many red signals that even this thing, if adopted, crores of rupees can be saved. Next, just please, previous slide, back. Yes. So that is the thing. Then import bill of crude oil will come down. More use of fossil energy and waste more means environmental pollution. Environment pollution is directly connected with the more use of these fossil fuel-based energy resources, which are diesel, petrol, PNG, CNG, LPG, coal, etc. There is a pollution. Any use of these fuels or source of energy burning there is a production of gases which are harmful to our body. They are not good for our health. Major is the carbon dioxide, which is known as carbon emission. And there are studies because of this pollution, our expenditure on medicine, hospitals, and this medical care infrastructure is increasing. So that is also impacting the economy. Personal also, you are losing money on your health issues. You are not keeping well. What you will do? You will go to the doctor. You will pay fee. You will pay for money. Why? Because of more pollution in the environment. What is the reason for the pollution? More use of energy, traffic, and even pollution is there at home also. When you are using some kerosene, in villages, people are using kerosene also, wood also, and other places, if you are using even the LPG in your cooking area, there is a pollution. It's a form of carbon dioxide, which is not, you can say, visible in color, but there is a pollution. Carbon dioxide is not good for our health. So inside the house, also there is a pollution, which is affecting the health of the elder also, but more of children also. There are studies. If your this cross ventilation not proper at home also, because of this LPG burning at support, it impacts the environment in terms of more CO2 presence and less oxygen, and that impacts the mental health of the people, learning capability of the children also. So that is also very important thing. And main thing is that climate change and global warming. That is the main thing. I think in that video, if you see, there's a lot of information is there about climate change, global warming. That is. Next slide, please. So these are some statements which are reflecting the benefits of power saved is power produced. 1 megawatt of power. Electrical engineers know that there are a lot of power losses on the way. From a power plant, thermal power plant, the power goes to the area where the power is used, consumers, industries, households, offices, like that. So there is a lot of power, you can say, loss of power in between through transmission and distribution. And there are some thefts also. Anyway, let us discuss about transmission and distribution losses. And there is a general consideration. If we can save 1 megawatt power in the city of Panipat, in industries, household, मिला के अगर 1 मेगावाट पावर की बचत होती है तो पावर प्लांट जहां से पावर आपके सिटी में मिल रही है, it will have the impact of 1.5 megawatt about. What is the reason? Reason is there is a lot of power lost in the transmission and distribution, which can be reduced through technology and some improvements, but still losses are there. So what is the meaning of this? That means you have saved 1 megawatt power, but the impact on the power plant will be 1.5 megawatt. The power plant will be using now the coal requirement for 1.5 megawatt power production. So that is a major advantage of power saving also. Then wherever the power saving is there, there will be there is a cost of production, less cost of production. That means that industry will be more competitive in the market. They can sell their product at a lower price also. Then personal benefits are also there. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, this is important. This is important for the student to learn about. This is a very important thing. There are, with the use of these conventional energy sources, there are greenhouses produced. Major is the carbon dioxide, which is called carbon emission. Normally, you might have read in the newspaper carbon. Then there is another greenhouse gas, methane, CH4, which is produced from the when we take out the crude oil from the ground below, there is a methane also gas coming out. There's a nitrous oxide in the boiler. When we burn the coal for production of high pressure steam to generate electrical power, burning of coal also produces nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide also. Then CFC, chlorofluorocarbons. Then there is a water vapor. Humidity is there in the environment. Water vapor presence in the environment is also one of the greenhouse gas. I will explain it. Then there is an ozone gas, ozone, O3. Ozone gas is produced when diesel and petrol, wherever they are burned, they are burned wherever, mostly the transport. Their exhaust get with each other in the presence of sunlight, and O3 is formed. Ozone gas is affecting our system in two ways. One is when the ozone gas is at a lower level in the atmosphere all around the earth, it is a greenhouse gas. And when it is a very very big, large height in the atmosphere, then it is a protective layer against the harmful solar radiation, which are called ultraviolet rays. If that ozone layer is not there at the higher altitude, then directly the solar rays, ultraviolet rays, they can reach our body, they can impact our skin. There is a skin cancer, there is a blood cancer disease that is coming because of that protective layer of ozone gas is not there, wherever they are not there. A few years back, there was a scientist have found out there is an ozone hole. Ozone hole is nothing like a hole. ozone hole is a place where the layer of the ozone gas has got very thin. उसकी जो परत है वो पतली हो जाने को साइंटिस्ट उसका नाम ओजोन होल कहते हैं. तो वहां से उस एरिया से जहां पे वो लेयर पतली हो गई है, ultraviolet can directly come to the ground, to the earth, and whosoever comes in their way, if there is a lower level, that is a greenhouse gas. Then what is the greenhouse gas? Greenhouse gases which are there all around the earth because of the use of these fuels. That property of these greenhouse gases is that they can absorb the heat of the solar radiation. The heat of the sun reaches the earth through radiation, and that radiation have to pass through this layer of greenhouse gas. The property is of these gases is they can absorb the heat of solar radiation. They absorb, and they emit back also the heat of the heat absorbed, they release back to the environment also. That is there. That maintains the balance. But now what is happening is these are the solar radiation coming to the earth. There are the greenhouse gases. These are the solar radiation coming to the earth. There are the greenhouse gases. Their heat is also emitted back also, but emitted back heat is less. Absorption capacity is more. That is next slide, please. This is another greenhouse effect. Another view of the greenhouse effect. Next, please. What is carbon footprint? Normally, you might have heard about this term, carbon footprint. Carbon footprint is nothing but how much a person, a place, a city, a country is responsible for emission of carbon dioxide in the environment. Well, then take the example of if we just take the example of a person going to the office in a car, coming back in the car and using petrol or diesel, that person is generating more carbon dioxide, polluting the environment more than a person who is not using the car but going on a bike or scooter. And still a person who is going on a cycle is not polluting the environment at all. So that difference is called carbon footprint. The person using the car has got higher carbon footprint than the person who is using the bike or scooter. Similarly, you can visualize in your mind about a country also. If a country, poor country, developing country, African country, where the people have very less availability of electrical power or energy resources, so they are polluting the environment less. They are, of course, they are generating the greenhouse gases, but they are responsible for less carbon footprint than an average American. They are in America, you know, people live mostly in your air-conditioned houses. Their houses are air-conditioned during the summer. Their houses are heated, centrally heated during the winter. Their even the vehicle, the car, they are having such a big car which consumes more petrol, because in America, you know, in America the petrol is cheaper than what is there in our country. They are having cheaper petrol. They are using this petrol like anything. Their lifestyle is such. They are more dependent on energy resources. So they are more, as a country, America is more responsible as a carbon footprint, more than India or any other country. So that is the thing. That is called carbon footprint. Okay, next slide, please. So this, just see, this I have taken a data with some agency who is monitoring the carbon dioxide in the environment, you know, weekly average. He said 25th April 2020, the ppm level of carbon dioxide is 415 ppm. And this time last year it was 413. That means 5 ppm has gone more. 10 years ago, it was 393. That means now in 10 years, it has increased by about 22 ppm. Pre-industrial base, it was 280 ppm. You know, in about mid-19th century, about you can say 1850 or something like that, when industrial revolution came, before that, the level of CO2 in the environment was 280. Just imagine. Now, today, we are having 415, 415. Pre-industrial, it was 280. And what is the safe level? 350. 350 ppm of the carbon dioxide in the environment is a safe level. But we are well high up beyond that safe level. We are at 450. So what is that? What is that resulting into? Our global warming is increasing day by day. Global warming is increasing. Impacts of that. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So, level of greenhouse gases, global warming, climate changes. So these are the three things. Level of greenhouse gases and carbon dioxide increasing, resulting into more heat absorption, resulting to average temperature environment increasing, that is global warming. Then global warming is creating abnormal, extreme, severe, sudden climatic conditions. Abnormal conditions, extreme conditions, severe conditions, sudden climatic conditions, changes in the climatic conditions. Like in winter, there is a low temperature, of course, hota hai. But in many areas on the earth, there is such a very low temperature, many people are dying because of that very low temperature. As in America, you know, in the North America, on the northern side, like New York and Washington and some areas, the temperature goes so low during the winter. It is about, say, minus 30, minus 20, minus 35. And people are suffering because of that low temperature also. Okay. Then similarly, there are rains are there, but there in a proper way, if the rain is there, that is useful. But in a shorter period, there is a heavy rainfall and there are flooding. That is a harmful thing. That is happening now. And those things are happening very frequently. Their you can say, periodicity has increased. They are happening again and again. Just like in Mumbai city, there is a flooding every year. Many times it happens. Then there is a, because of this average temperature rise, global warming, there is a forest fire, you know. अभी आपको पता होगा एक साल पहले, about a year back, there was a fire, huge fire in Amazon forest, Brazil में. And Amazon fires are called as heart of the earth. Heart of the earth. Amazon fire in Brazil. There is a very widespread forests are there. Why they are called heart of the earth? Because they give us oxygen. There is a major source of oxygen all around the earth. And there was a huge fire on those Amazon fire. In India also, in Uttarakhand and Himachal, there is a fire. Earlier also fire hoti thi भारत में, पर हमारे इंडिया में भी अभी ये फायर की जो इंसिडेंट्स हैं पहले से ज्यादा हो रहे हैं और ज्यादा एरिया कवर करते. इवन कर्नाटका में भी कई जगह पे फॉरेस्ट फायर इस साल में काफी जगह पे वाइड स्प्रेड हुई थी. रीजन क्या है? ग्लोबल वार्मिंग. और ग्लोबल वार्मिंग किसका रीजन है? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस का जनरेट होना. और ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस किससे बनती है? इन एनर्जी के सोर्सेज का ज्यादा इस्तेमाल होना. लेफ्ट एंड राइट बहुत ज्यादा यूज. सिमिलरली दिस एवरेज टेम्परेचर राइज होने से आवर ग्लेशियर्स आर मेल्टिंग. and that water goes to the sea. Sea water level is rising. And because of that sea water level rising, many coastal area people are affected. They are coming underwater. They have to shift to safer places. And there will be a acute problem of drinking water. You know, when the sea water level is a higher level, the saline water, नमक वाला जो पानी है, वो और भी ज्यादा दूर तक आपको बोर करने में मिलेगा. Because level of the sea is high. So people have to face that shortage of drinking water also. Similarly, this agriculture is also impacted because of this global warming. हमारे जो सीजन जो चेंजेस है पैटर्न जो है वो चेंज हो गया है. अनप्रेडिक्टेबल मौसम का परिवर्तन हो रहा है. And there are many other impacts also which people are facing. Many viruses, ये जो इबोला वगैरह का very scientists have come to know. Even अभी इसका कोरोना का तो पता नहीं है, पर कोरोना तो even कोरोना is a virus, but इबोला जो वायरस है उसका साइंटिस्ट ने अनुमान लगाया था. It is only major reason for that is a global warming, because they have multiplied because of this average temperature rise होने से उनको environment उनको suit करता था, and they have multiplied and they have affected the whole world. Next slide, please. So these are the impacts: very heavy rains, floods, flash floods, cyclones, hurricanes. You know, and on the earth, at many places there are cyclones and hurricanes. In our India also, along the Odisha coast, Karnataka coast, there are many, you can say these type of things are happening very frequently. Then unseasonal, abnormal climatic conditions. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, बाद में there. Okay. Then unseasonal and abnormal climatic condition. Then too hot, too cold, heavy rains, no rains. Even ये भी आपको बता दूं कि even किसी जगह पे सूखा पड़ा है. Don't think only कि high temperature होने से बारिश ज्यादा भी होती है, फ्लड भी आता है, फ्लैश फ्लड भी होता है, पर कई जगह पे सूखा भी पड़ता है. That is change of climatic conditions. It is the reason also again global warming. Then rise in average temperature, melting of glacier, rise in the sea level, coastal area people are affected, impact on the agriculture, land fertility. The per hectare output of the agriculture has come down because moisture content in the ground has gone down. Because of that, per hectare you are getting now less yield. Why? UK. Next slide. Okay. This is of now is California state. California state. And again, in origin, destruction is there in USA because of this Palestine. Next, please. Next, please. Okay. Hold. Forest is burning at a record rate. Fire is even seen from the space. Okay, next please. Next please. This is hurricanes and cyclones. That is so there is another effect. Hurricane frequency is more, the humidity, उनका जो
विवेक, वो जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स के सारे फोटो दिखते हैं, व्यू कहाँ से आता था, मैं भूल गया.
You are telling me?
No, nothing like that. Please continue.
Okay. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is a photograph I have taken. Now, please, back. Pichli. Yeah, hold. This is a photograph I have personally taken. I was in USA at that time. In the state of Texas, the city of Houston, there was a hurricane. And the impact was so high that all over the city of Houston, there was flooding in the roads, on the street, houses, and people have to forced to use boats to come to the safer places. You see, there are a lot of people. They are using boats to come out from their houses, going to a safer place. That is happening in the country like USA. So it is global warming and climate change does not see rich country or poor country or advanced country or developed country or not developed country. It is impacting everybody. So everybody has to put in their efforts. Okay, next. That is again a hurricane and cyclone impact in the Caribbean Sea. He says that an 11-bedroom mansion owned by President Donald Trump on the Caribbean Sea was what would have been torn apart. Okay, next. This is again hurricane cyclones. That is the Indian Sea. Next. That is the Mumbai floods. You know, बारिश होनी चाहिए, पर बहुत टाइम के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा बारिश हो जाए और फ्लडिंग हो जाए, that is dangerous ना, and that is happening very frequently in Mumbai. पहले इतना ज्यादा नहीं होता था, कभी-कभी होता था, अब बहुत ज्यादा होता है, हर साल हो रहा है. Next. ये केरला फ्लड, ये फेमस केरला में 2 साल पहले इतने ज्यादा फ्लड आए थे और इतना ज्यादा लोग क्या मरे. उसमें पता क्या हुआ था? In Kerala, there are hydro dams are there. और इतनी ज्यादा थोड़े टाइम में हिली एरिया में बारिश हुई थी, such a heavy rainfall for few days, लगातार बारिश हुई थी और डैम्स का भी कैपेसिटी होल्ड करने की नहीं रही. All dams are overflowing. और उसके लिए एक डिसीजन लिया गया कि अगर डैम को पानी नहीं छोड़ेंगे तो डैम बस्ट हो सकता है. तो उनकी अथॉरिटीज को परमिशन मिल गई कि डैम का पानी छोड़ सकते हो, पर ऑन द वे इसमें बहुत ज्यादा तबाही हो जाएगी. जो पानी के रास्ते में सिटीज आए, हाउसेज आए, वो सारे वॉश आउट हो गए. एंड दैट इज अ सीन एट दैट टाइम इन केरला, in India. That is the scene of India. Because of heavy rain. Heavy rain, why? Global warming. Because it has changed the system. Rainy season में बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश होना global warming की वजह से ज़रा बड़ा severe हो गया. Next. Yes, yeah, again Kerala. Next. That is in city of Delhi. You know, in Delhi, a lot of problems are there during a rainy season. Flooding is there, traffic jam, and there are many areas which are having some problem, like buses are come under water also. Next. That is a forest fire. Again, that is in India. Massive forest fire in Uttarakhand, May 28, 2018, causes damages worth lakhs of rupees in Uttarakhand. Next. Then again, Kerala front. Just what we can do. Now that is important to do. Follow another energy conservation efficient step as best upkeep and service of personal vehicles. Adopt innovative and sustainable ideas and practices in designing, manufacturing survey. That is for engineers. There is a now there is a now option that we should have our buildings also green buildings, which are self-sustainable in energy use. They don't demand much power, extra power. They are self-sufficient. Be abreast of later technology processes, invest time and money. Use resources of power, fuel, steam, compressed air, material economically, no wastage. Have periodical energy audit and study. That is important because any industry or any institution must have some periodical checking whether there is any mistake being done and we are having more or wastage of power or energy resource that should be highlighted and action taken. Reduce dependence on fossil fuel and use more renewable energy, solar energy, wind, because of solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, nuclear power, you will not be having impact of global warming. So that we have to go more and more for that. Grow more trees. Grow more trees and do not cut trees. What is the advantage of that? Because trees are our source of depletion of carbon dioxide, which is carbon emission in the environment. They consume carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. More the number of trees, more will be the advantage in terms of less carbon dioxide in the environment. Next. So this is solar, wind, bio, geothermal. These are renewable source of energy. Next. Solar energy. There is I think these are solar panels installed on the ground in the hilly areas, at the rooftop, at the top of the buildings. Next. Is the wind energy. Next. Typical wind and solar, both. These are hybrid. That means whenever wind is blowing, you use more wind energy. Whenever sun is there, sunshine is more, and wind is less. You create a power from the solar panels. So that is a mix of the two type of energy. Next. This is a Haryana to test solar powered drip irrigation system. That is a Haryana government initiative. They are having a irrigation system based on energy received generated from the solar panel. Next. This is I wanted to just tell you. This I have taken a photograph. I went to Mother Dairy in Delhi, Mother Dairy plant producing milk and milk products. They have installed these type of solar dishes, solar energy dishes. There are about 10, 12 dishes are there. They are very huge, large size of the dishes are there. And they have got an arrangement, these dishes face the sunlight. If the sun is at the top, the dish will be just facing the sun like this, which is shown in this photograph. If the sun is on the side, then these dishes can be moved facing the sunlight. I think you understand what I want to say. So that type of arrangement is there inbuilt in those dishes. So with the direction of the sun moving from east to west, these dishes also can be made to face the sun accordingly and get maximum energy. What they are doing with the solar energy? They are heating this. They are using this solar energy for heating the boiler feed water for generation of steam. What water they are using in their boiler for milk pasteurization, they are preheating that boiler feed water by the heat generated from the solar energy, from these system of the dishes. Next, please. So that system can be installed at many places. This is also very important. I took with the great difficulty from somewhere. A tree that lives for 50 years generates 5.3 lakhs worth of oxygen. Recycle 6.4 lakhs worth of fertility and soil erosion control, and creates 10.5 lakhs worth of air pollution control. It creates air pollution control also is there in the hands of trees. And 5.3 lakhs worth of shelter for birds and animals. Besides, it provides flowers, fruits, and timber. There's so many advantages of a tree. So every tree falling is costing us more than 32 lakhs. So this is what I wanted to show you, the importance of trees. Trees are, I think by nature, nature has given us trees for our benefit, but we have exploited our this pest like anything, and we are facing now the problem. Next. So water saving is also very important. Water is also a problem. The people are saying the next world war will be fought on water. 100% natural, but 0% replaceable. It is natural. It is available naturally, but it is not replaceable. There is no other thing which we can use. If water is not there, we can't say, if water is not there, we will use that. It's not replaceable. Next. So your planet is 70% water, and your body is 70% water. Next, I think you can read, 18% of the world population has no access to clean water. And 1% fresh water, 1% is only the fresh water. The rest is not directly usable. 2% of water is logged in the glaciers. So this is the this slide shows you the importance of water saving. As far as possible, we should try to save water. How we can save? I think just to take an example, if you go to a big hotel or some other good place, there you go to the wash basin and you put your hand below that water tap, the water flows. To take out the water, take out your hands away, the water will stop. What is the arrangement? So there is a instrument installed in the tap which can stop the water flow and save water unnecessarily if posing. That is here. Okay. Next. Can you do it? Yes, we must do it. Rainwater harvesting. I think you must have heard about this thing, and many areas they may be having some. There is also the need of the hour. Next. That I have told you, star rating, that you must go for higher star rated appliances. Next. Next. Daily life energy saving steps. Personal vehicles. Keep your speed 45 to 55. That is important from safety angle. You will be having less accident, and that is a study has been done. If you keep your average will come down. Your average per liter, your kilometer per liter will increase. Your consumption of petrol and diesel will come down if your average speed maintained is this thing. In big cities, highways में आपका high speed होगा तो अच्छा है. But in big cities where you have to apply brakes very frequently, red light, road repair, somebody coming wrong way in front of you, some animal coming on your way. So we have to apply brakes. What is the meaning of applying brakes? When you apply the brakes, suddenly you stop the vehicle, you have wasted that mechanical energy. But at that time, the engine has produced the mechanical power. By applying brake, you have wasted that energy. You have not you could not use that energy for your purpose. But you have to apply the brakes, otherwise accident होगा. पर अगर आपकी स्पीड लिमिट में है 45 to 55 है, wherever you have to apply the brakes, energy wasted will be less. So that is an important point. Tire pressure. If you keep the pressure in the tire proper, your requirement of your consumption of diesel and petrol will be normal. But if the pressure in the tire, एयर प्रेशर टायर में कम है तो आपका डीजल पेट्रोल की लागत बढ़ेगी. Why? Because the load on the engine will increase. Why? Because the force of friction between the bottom of the tire and the road, in between the road and the tire bottom will increase. Why it will increase? Because the contact area will increase. Force of friction is always opposite to the direction of movement. So that will increase the load on the engine and your consumption of fuel will increase. So that is very important to maintain the pressure. Then efficient source of lighting, using of sensor, timer, etc. Day and night sensors also there. There are many sensors like oxygen sensor. If supposing somebody's office is there and you are sitting on the chair in your office, your fan, light, AC is running. Okay. You leave the office, you don't switch it off. There is a sensor at the top that will see the chair is vacant for say about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time has been given to the sensor to switch off the light, it will do that. Then the timers are there, in big industries, very large, some plants are there, like in your Panipat, there is a thermal power plant, there is a fertilizer plant, there are lighting system is there all over the area. So if they keep that system in the morning, light is put off by some human person, so it will have to travel more long distances or something at a particular place. They have to switch off the lights. Okay, but if the timers are installed at this particular time, 6 o'clock, 5:30, this circuit of electrical circuit of the lighting should switch off. It will do that. You can change the timing during summer and winter. That type of timer will do the job. Similarly, motion sensor. In big industries and big corporate houses, there are offices. In the washrooms, etc., bathroom, etc., they are not keeping the lights on during the daytime. Only one sensor is there at the entry door at the top. Anybody going to the washroom for use, that sensor will see the movement below. It will put on the light, one particular light. That's all. And when there is no movement below that, it will automatically switch off that light. That's all. So that type of arrangement is there. Similarly, air conditioning system, maybe there is a lot of power saving is there. Unnecessarily, doors should not be kept open. Then double door provision, you might have seen in some big hotels, there is a double door entry. So that when one door is open, the other door is always closed, like that. And revolving door system is there. Then proper maintenance of the air conditioning system. Temperature maintaining, there is a study, proper temperature of an air conditioned area is 24 degrees centigrade. Any temperature below that, if you maintain temperature 24, it is considered as okay for human body. If you maintain the temperature 23, there will be about 3 to 4% more power than that. 23 to 22, another 3 to 4% more power. So that type of thinking has to be brought into the minds of the people to save power. There are a lot of steps which one can. Next, please. So there is awareness among the people. I think, student, have you seen that Greta Thunberg? Hello, student, have you seen this? That girl.
No, sir.
That girl is a crusader. She is very much, you can say, actively involved in uh, putting the people in, putting this thing in the minds of the people to go for mitigating the impacts of global warming and climate change, because it is impacting the whole world. And she has traveled from her own country to America to tell President Trump that please do something. You know, President Trump does not believe in science. President Trump, American president, he does not believe in science. He says it is all humbug, but she has gone to tell Trump on the face, you are doing, you are not doing good. What she has told President Trump is, you have spoiled my childhood. You have spoiled my childhood. Please do something. Next. Next. A pledge against using, please, पीछे वाला हाँ, ये देखिए, ये लोग साइकिल पे जा रहे हैं. ये इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस बेंगलोर में है. What they are doing, they have taken a pledge that we will move out in the campus. There is a huge campus. Acres of land is there of this ISC Bangalore. Huge campus. From one place to other place जाने में बहुत time लगता है. So earlier they used to have some bikes or scooter students. Now they have pledged that we will use cycles only. Next. Next. Yes. That is the Punjab engineering, some student in the Punjab. Please check out. They have come up with the high-speed electric car. So what I mean to say here is, even engineering students can put their minds in some innovation. You have to be innovative all the time in your personal life, in your service life, or wherever you are. Next. Yes, innovation. Jamia Millia Islamia smart solar inverter to tackle rural power crisis. So they have done something in solar power inverters to convert the DC power to electric AC power. Next. So that is again riding solar power bicycle at IIT Innovator. It reaches Jodhpur. Some IIT student, they have done this thing. They have designed this thing of solar power, some rickshaw type of thing. Next. Next. Solar power hybrid rickshaws made depot on IIT Delhi campus. So Delhi campus may be as a IIT Delhi mein. Next. Next. Next, please. मैं थोड़ा हरी कर रहा हूँ कि आपका टाइम next. Okay. This is again an IITian, IIT Bombay. They have design. It's a question of design, mind, putting up their mind, using your mind, thinking over, and they have come out with a lightweight palki to carry pilgrims to Vaishno Devi temple. पहले भी एक पालकी होती थी, लोग 4 आदमी उठाते थे. Now they have designed this type of. उसमें क्या फर्क क्या पड़ा? उसमें जो उसके पालकी के जो उठाने वाले हैं, उनके ऊपर लोड कम हो गया because of some gravitational impact. Next. That type of innovative way of thinking should be always energy efficient and employment in USA. You know, because of this global warming and climate change, finally coming to energy efficiency, that is one of the steps which can be taken to mitigate the impacts of climate change, global warming. The importance of energy efficiency has become more and more. In USA, employment opportunity in this area have gone up. So if you are well versed with the energy efficiency and conservation measure, your study, your knowledge, information, you can have a better employment opportunity in this area also. So there are some figures for that. Next. Again, about the same thing, jobs opportunity in USA on energy conservation. From 2016 to 2018 is a lot of rise in employment opportunity. Next, Earth Hour. You know, every year on 28th of March, 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. There is you can say, a pledge that people switch off their lights wherever they are, whether they're at home, offices, on the road, they will switch off the light for 1 hour on 28th March every year. What is the reason behind? What is the idea behind? Just to create awareness, this is a thing to be done to mitigate the effects global warming. और ये स्टडी में देखा गया कि इवन 1 घंटा ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड में अगर लाइट बंद करें तो काफी ज्यादा ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का इम्पैक्ट जो हो रहा है, जो मैंने आपको पिछली एक स्लाइड में बताया कि 418 ppm कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड था, उसमें उसका एडवांटेज होता है. नेक्स्ट, सेव द अर्थ. There is no planet B. Remember, there is no planet B. अर्थ और दूसरी नहीं है जिसके ऊपर हम रहते हैं. There is no other earth where we can go. This is only the earth where we have to live and survive. उसके लिए हमें जो भी करना पड़े करना है. Next, I think it is coming. Thanks. So with this, I stop my presentation. Juneja ji. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
So my presentation is over.
Thank you.
So now you will switch on that video at your end.
Yeah, sure. Just hold on a second.
Just a few remarks. Just I want to say some few words. So students and Juneja ji, I am very thankful to your cooperation in executing this. I hope I could make some positive impact on the student, their information, their knowledge, their understanding about this very important topic, which I think you will well appreciate. It is really, really very important to execute, implement, and take care. So again, I thanks Juneja ji and GEETA Group of Institution, Engineering College, and Juneja for your cooperation. And I'm sorry for some problem which we faced in this system. That was a technical problem. So anyway, we could do it. Thanks very much. Thank you again. So Juneja, आप मेरे को वो फोटोग्राफ भेज देना, please.
Thank you, sir. And we also thank you so much on behalf of Institute that you passed out your